Hello and good day. This is John Bell
And Joni.
of JIP Migrate. Welcome to our first ever podcast where we discuss topics about Europe and migrating to Europe. So today we are actually getting into the topic of
Our topic is why migrate to Europe.
yes, why migrate to Europe? And there are many reasons why you should migrate to Europe. And we're going to learn more about that. We have actually divided it into countries, 5 countries to be exact. We're going to discuss a little bit about that, and therefore you can learn just a little bit more. We can tackle more of these reasons really in the future. So if this is helpful, then you let us know. If you have other questions as well, you can let us know in maybe send us a message so you can request for us to tackle one question that you have, and we can make it into a podcast like this as well and answer it, because there are lots of people who have many questions. Of course, migration is a big step, so therefore you have to be prepared. But anyway, just reminding everybody that this is JIP Migrate, where we help people migrate from their country to Europe and start to enjoy all the benefits of Europe, including career advancement, educational advancement, and business opportunities as well. It's all here in Europe. Europe's such a big economy, and therefore you have lots in your future when you migrate here. We're going to discuss more of that. But to remind you of what we offer, these are what
We have presented here our programs here. The first one is Open Status Program.
All right, just a little bit. You can read a bit about that, but just to summarize it, this is where we give the applicant a residency status even without studying. So that's straight to residency, and therefore this will enable you to go in any part of the 27 countries of Europe and live and work there and become citizen in the future. So this has been our most popular program right now. Everybody wants this kind of status because it's quite flexible, with simpler documents, faster processing, and just, no hassle. Because unlike the other programs, like for example in Canada, when you migrate there, you'll have to be a student first, and therefore you'll have to pay tuition fees, and you can't focus on work when you really don't you really don't like being a student. Some people are like that. So a lot of our clients go for this open status program. And just to clarify some of the confusion, actually today I was asked. The lady was asking us, I haven't heard of this open status program, and she gave like screenshots of Google about visas. Just to clarify, this is visas are coming from embassies, and this is our program. It's a migration program, and how we do it, we give the applicant a residency. So visa is another story, and visas are what you get from the embassy to get out of your country and get into Europe. So just to clear out some confusion there, okay? Open Status Program is the name of our program, and that's how we do it with our law firm in certain parts of Europe. And this is why JIP Migrate stays ahead of the competition in the industry, because we offer unique solutions like this. All right, so let's go to the next program. What do we have there, Bob?
Our next program is Business Pathway Program.
Of course. All right. So Business Pathway Program, most suited for entrepreneurs and medium companies or big companies even. So we have clients actually going for this one by families. There are entrepreneurs. I remember this client from Australia. He originally came from an Asian country, and he's now living in Australia. He has a business there as well, a small business, but it seems like, according to him, it doesn't really, it's not the way he wanted it to be. Therefore, he wants to move to Europe to be a citizen in the future and bring his family. By the way, in Australia, he doesn't have his family there, so probably he's wanting to bring his whole family and start the business wherever his family is. So this is where he's going to. We also have clients from Bangladesh and India and Pakistan by families as well, and they come here through this business program. One family, actually, those were two families, uh, a main family and in-laws. They're all in together with the company. They set up an IT consultancy here in Europe. So yeah, more of that. Maybe next time you can ask us more. Again, if you need your questions answered, we can do it here in the podcast. Please send us a message, or you know just let us know, and then we can try to probably make that as a topic. All right, for the next program.
Okay, our next program is Student Pathway.
Student Pathway, the usual one. Although this one we haven't really been advertising it that much, but just for everybody's knowledge, information, I guess. We offer this. This has been our first program when we started. We offered this Student Pathway program where people can come here to Europe and study, and then become resident in the future as well. They can work while studying. So yeah, if your focus is studying, then definitely go for this program. But I can tell you, most of our clients, when they see the other program, the open status program, they'd rather go there because it's more affordable than this one. Because student program has tuition fees, definitely. So open status program has a more affordable price tag, I guess, and then they don't have to study anymore. So more of our clients go for that program instead, and that open status program also allows you to study in the future as well without a problem. You can do whatever you want. But for student pathway program, if your focus is studying, then we can get you into this program. We can offer you courses from our partner schools all over Europe. So yeah, those are the programs. Yes, and yeah. So yeah, just to remind you, JIP Migrate strives to make the best and unique solutions for migration. There are lots of people who want to migrate to Europe because Europe is just a beautiful place. You can travel in 27 countries. Imagine that, right? And the benefits are just top notch. Education is top notch as well. Career is of the highest level, and if you're a businessman, business here is just awesome because you can trade and buy and sell and provide your services in all the countries of Europe. So how cool would that be, right? The advantage, the economic advantage of all of these opportunities. Okay, so yeah, and we do this with a big team. All right, JIP Migrate believes in teamwork. That's what we always say to our team. We always have to do this as a team. Nobody's doing it alone, because if you do it alone, like for me, if just me and my wife do it alone, then it's not gonna be as big as what we can provide now, right? So specific problems have demands for more specific solutions, and this is what we can get from teamwork only. So therefore, we have team members all over Europe, actually all over the world. We have other people working for us in our company together with our vision and goal and mission from all over the world, actually. So yeah, this is how you can trust JIP Migrate team. It's an international team, international company where we work together to maintain our standard as one of the leading company or service providers in the industry of migration to Europe. So there you go. I think those are all. And again, just reminding you, if you want topics to your own questions to be a topic here in our podcast, then you can just let us know. We'll try to make slides like these for in the future. All right, so we're going to the topic now, and as I've told you, we have divided it into 5 countries that we kind of like. All right, so we're going to discuss that a little bit, and then it might be short this time, but maybe in the future we can have a much longer podcast. All right, so yes, what's our topic today? Please start, Bob.
Our topic is why migrate to Europe. Okay. With so much variety in such a small place, Europe is the ideal continent to work and study.
Yes, work and study and do business, actually. Yes. And it not just there are lots of opportunities. What do you think? Like work, what kind of work do they get from here?
there are a lot of fields here. They accept different
Industries like
industries.
that,
Yes.
yeah. And people ask us all the time, right?
Yeah.
What do we do when we get there? How do we find work? I'm worried if we're ever going to find work. How sure are we that we are going to find work? You know
Don't
what?
need to worry.
We did, yeah. I kind of chuckle a lot of times when I hear that, because Europe just has so many job opportunities. Go to we'll probably give you statistics next time, but if you would go to the internet and just find statistics about how many jobs are open, I can tell you there's so many jobs open and shortage of workers in many sectors, right? Like
Yes.
what, health, hospitality,
Health, finance, business,
food,
food,
yeah,
hospitality.
and like this, the resorts, hotels, and
Yes.
there's so many. It's impossible for you to not find work. Otherwise, unless you stay in your house and never go out,
Do not apply.
Yeah, if you do not apply, you'll never go.
Yes.
Even online work, right? We have applicants who came here, staying here, and then just doing online work.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? And salaries are much better.
Much better. Yes.
So yes, those are what we can say. And business as well. Again, 27 countries. You get to trade to all 27 countries without a problem. So imagine that. Are you doing that in your own country? I bet not. So there you go. Please.
Here in Spain, the cost of living will depend on what city you end up in. But on average, it's a good place to get your money's worth.
Spain. Oh, I love this country because we're Filipino, so we basically have, I mean, our language is a bit Spanish. We even have Spanish surnames like Trinidad. And Spain is such a beautiful country, and it's actually affordable in most cities. Much more affordable than the other countries, like countries in Central Europe. Spain is beautiful both in nature and the food.
The food and also
Awesome food.
the climate also.
The climate, it never really gets cold there, right?
Yes.
They have the mountains, they have the seas, but it never really gets cold there. It's kind of a perfect place. It has the Mediterranean Sea. It's such a wide kind of variety of topographical features, like natural features, and such a nice place to live in. If you're that kind of person, you want to relax, you more of like, if you want to like retire, Spain is definitely a really good country to retire to.
Yes.
Such a peaceful place, good food. We love food, so Spanish food, awesome food. Much probably, yeah, one of the, I think I would say best in Europe, in my opinion.
Probably it's close to our heart.
Well, because we're Filipinos,
Yes,
which is
probably.
why. And also Spain. Just to let you know, Spain, when we have applicants from the Philippines, we mostly offer them to go to Spain because there are special rules for Filipinos. If you stay there for a much shorter time as a resident in Spain, you'll get citizen right away. It's a much shorter process for Filipinos, and not only Filipinos, like Latin Americans, with kind of Spanish Mexicans, yes. So yeah, if you're from one of those countries, then Spain might be a really good idea to go to and become resident and stay, because you'll end up with a citizenship much faster. All right, so that's Spain. Really good place to work as well. They have, I think the normal salaries is 3,000 euro. 3,000 euro, and around, and the expenses there are low depending on the city, because Madrid and Barcelona a bit expensive, but in the other cities they are very very affordable, probably like in the middle kind of level expense in Europe.
Yes.
So yes, good place to go to.
Okay, so next is Sweden.
Sweden.
Sweden may be a little cooler than Spain, but the people are warm and cozy, like their coffee and
People are warm. Yeah. So yeah, it's cooler because it's Scandinavian, in the northern Europe.
Northern part.
And Sweden is also very beautiful because it has archipelagos. Like it's an archipelago. It has islands.
Yes.
Islands, but it does get cool what can we say about Sweden? It's actually a lot more expensive, probably than Spain. A lot more expensive, but if you go there and work, you'll definitely have the much better salary. You'll be expecting somewhere around 4,000, 5,000 euro, probably 6,000 as well.
Yes, yes.
All right. They do have high taxes as well, so just being open there. But they have the best institutions like hospitals, schools. It's just a very very stable economy. One of the most advanced economies in the world. Sweden is, and alongside its neighbors Norway and Finland and Denmark, those kind of countries, they have very very high cost of living. But if you work there, you definitely have the much much better salary. So if you value more of that, then go to Sweden. Yes, and if you don't mind the cold,
If you like the cold, then go to Sweden.
yeah, you like fish as well. So yeah, so that's what we can say about Sweden. And funnily enough, right, when we look at like fun fact, guys, when we look at flight tickets, because we travel like almost every day, so we're on the flight list almost every time, and we see flights going to Sweden is always very cheap.
Very cheap. Like 8 euros?
8 euros. One way, 8 euros. So, but that's of course kind of like a backpacker kind of style. But 8 euros, that's cheaper than the train.
Yes.
So I don't know. That's just a fun fact. I don't know why it is very cheap there with the flight. Maybe it's to encourage tourism there, I guess. Because
Probably,
yeah,
yes.
because when you go there, you'll be spending quite some money when you go there. But and they are a very peaceful country because they have not much people. They have much less people than other parts of Europe. So that's what we have for Sweden. What else?
Next, we have Germany.
Germany.
Hearty food, beer for days, lakes of plenty, and an active lifestyle are staples of German livelihood.
Well, that's true. Germany is where most of our applicants want to go because I don't know. It's a very popular country. It's one of the most advanced, I guess, in Central Europe. And here, I can definitely say Germany has so many job openings, so many in all sectors like construction, hotels, like restaurants, and they're just hiring and hiring. And they speak English very well, like Sweden as well. So it's not hard for people to really get into jobs. But I'm not sure about the hearty food. I guess, in my opinion, I guess German food is good, but I don't know. I just prefer the Polish food much better, and the probably the Slavic food. Like Czech Republic, Slovakia.
It's like they have a lot of choices to choose
Choices, yeah. But German food, more when we were there, and we go there a lot of times. A lot of it are close to kind of American cuisines, yeah. Fried, very easy to eat. It's kind of like that. So I don't know how to explain, but if you want to try it, go ahead. That's how you know. That's how you know if you once you experience it. And beer. We don't drink beer, but I heard their beer. They're very proud with their beer, and I think they're probably king of beer. So if you like beer, you want to migrate to Europe for beer, probably go to Germany. There you go. All right, so that's Germany.
Then next is Switzerland.
There.
The compact country is brimming with emerald snow-capped mountains, opportunities to explore the outdoors, dull house-like villages, and pristine lakes.
That's true. That's true. The natural landscape of Switzerland is very unique. Alps, the
Yes.
Swiss Alps. It's what you see mostly in movies,
In movies, in paintings,
in cartons of milk
and chocolate.
and chocolate. This kind of what you see from the packages. It's probably Switzerland. So you can see it's like green, and at the distance you can see like a big mountain with a snow white top. It's kind of like that. And Switzerland, I think probably the richest country in Europe. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to see the statistics, but it's definitely one of the top. And the I would say the salaries there, probably you can get the best salaries in Switzerland, more than the a little bit more than Germany or Sweden probably. Okay, most of the time, of course, it depends as well. But Switzerland is just very 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 stable, and especially if you're a big business, most big businesses go here because what they provide for businesses in industries like banking, they have most the safest banking sectors in Europe or in the world. Actually, they're very proud of that. They're very perfectionist on that and their economy and their taxation. So we can discuss more of that in depth next time if people are interested. I don't want to go too much in that, but me and my wife, we're very interested in that because Switzerland just offers a lot of opportunities for business owners. You can really, really grow in Switzerland. Although, of course, it comes with a high price. That's what I can tell you. The living cost is one of the highest, probably the highest, but yeah, one of the highest, definitely. So, Switzerland. So, yeah, most beautiful, probably what you see in the movies. Yeah, just imagine that. That's what you get. The nature. All right. So, yeah, we're in our, which one? Fourth now?
This is the last
No, this is the
country,
last one. Okay.
France.
France. Okay.
France has one of the more lenient work policies in Europe for foreign workers or investors.
I'm not sure about lenient policies, but there again in France, like Germany, it really opens up to a lot of work, especially in the because we have been getting into the news. They've been looking for IT people, IT professionals. If you're like that, definitely go to countries like France. They would offer you the best salaries, best positions, and they would really spoil you. Because France really wants to be one of the highest techno hub of Europe. I mean, a couple of countries are, but France has a big economy. That's why they can really take advantage of their economy to attract these professionals. But even if you're not an IT professional, you can always bet on France and just develop your career there. Although if I would complain, but not much. If I would complain, France, I would think so many people. It's so populated. Yeah? What do you think?
I think
Much more populated than in Switzerland or even Germany. Germany is very populated as well with a lot of foreigners, but France, especially in Paris, lots of people, lots of people. But lots of people means lots of job opportunities as well and business opportunities, I guess. Yes. So yeah, it's a very different country. And you know what? If I were to choose in any of these five countries, how about you? What do you think would be your most favorite there?
if you ask me, maybe I'll choose Sweden or Switzerland.
Sweden. Why?
Maybe because the security of
Yeah,
businesses
business.
there.
Yes, they really take it seriously. You know what? For me, it's Spain. I'm a really relaxed guy, so I'm content with normal things. And Spain is just a very relaxed place. You don't feel cold there. You can have the sun, right? You can have the
Yes.
sun. That's what you get from Spain compared to other countries here in this list. So yeah, Spain and the food. I just love food. If you're categorizing this as which one of these has the best food, Spain.
I think so too.
Spain, yeah, Spain. They have seafood, they have pastries, they have meat. They do all sorts of stuff with the meat as well.
Yes. They have paella.
Oh yeah, like us in the Philippines, we have that as well. I think we, adopted it from the Spanish people as well. So yeah, maybe that's why I would choose Spain. But of course, it's everybody.
Depending on your preference.
Yes, everybody has their own preference, and we don't want to force people to go in one place. But we help them plan before they come here, since especially on the open status program, they have the choice of going to any of these countries, and plus 22 countries more, because all of it is 27. And yeah, we plan it out. We want to make sure that our clients know where they're going before they, hop into the plane. And yeah, that's how JIP Migrate helps applicants.
So if you want to migrate to Europe,
Yeah, contact JIP Migrate. We enable possibilities for those who are ready to move. So there you go. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first ever podcast. We hope to do this more and more, and so we can give more information to, especially the hundreds of people who inquire in our website, in our WhatsApp. I think thousands now, thousands, right? Thousands.
Yes.
So many people, and our team are just so busy. And yeah, just let us know if you have comments, and if you want topics to be discussed here, we can do that for you. Thank you so much. And once again, this has been John Rel
And Joni.
of JIP Migrate, and see you here in Europe. Bye bye.
Bye.